Okay. Hi. This is part 2 of whatever day we're on. Maybe it's 12 or something. I don't fucking know. Really bad with keeping track of these videos since I release them so unregularly. In part 1, we went over, a trip. Very eventful trip. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of good times. My apartment's clean now directly as a result of that, but also it was very incredibly stressful for me, and it was a week of nonstop shit that I had to deal with. And some of it was good shit, some of it was bad shit. Some of it was bat shit. See what I did there? I didn't mean to do that until I realized I could at that third one. Yeah. But stressful, fun, lovely. Accidentally made my video 10 minutes longer or something like that, maybe 15. Yeah, fantastic. The second one is going to be about communication and how it has impacted me and made life more difficult, and how I have had to overcome my communication issues and how it's impacted my personal life. So I've talked about it a little bit. I have a lot of trouble communicating via words. I'm really bad with hand gestures and shit. You'll see me use hand gestures when I remember I have hands, which I really don't remember I have them often enough. And I'm not practiced enough with using different hand gestures to convey my emotions and just showing off. Should be silly. It should come second nature for a lot of people. Probably just a product of whatever environment you grew up in, whatever communication styles were used in your household. What if none of them were used in your household? What if you didn't talk to many people when you were younger because of a lack of self-confidence? What if you started hating the world by the time you had freedom to go and explore yourself and show and create an environment for yourself, to build a repertoire of what you can do and what actions fit you and what communication styles work for you? What if you didn't have a visual imagination and that led to you not really exploring how to communicate verbally and how to really build upon your vocabulary and try to describe the world more accurately and what you were seeing in your mind more accurately? Well, then you'd be me. And you would have gone through a lot of shit in your childhood, had a very stressful set of teenage years. Because let me tell you, I love art, I love being creative. Not having a visual imagination fucking sucks, because I was not a part of a creative family, so I didn't learn how to be creative. I didn't get that practice. I didn't see it active in my life, and that sucks. That really sucks. It made me very, very sad for a long time, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And it felt too late to go and explore the more artistic side of things and just writing. I love writing as well. I love drawing, I love writing. I suck at both of them. I'm awful. I would like to get back into it now that I have more free time. Well, that's not true. I just use my time more effectively now. Simple as that. I'm not wasting as much time. And now that I don't waste as much time, that's obviously opened up a lot of options for me. Oh, gosh. But for now, I'm still stuck with the same shitty communication style that I've created for myself, and that is doing things and showing my sincerity through my actions, because I can't do it through words. I don't like texting people, so that's great. I can't draw or anything like that. I'm awful at writing because I never practiced it. So yeah, drawing and writing, I could have learned those. I wasn't great at talking to people because I really only started seriously communicating with people sophomore year. Yes, I talked a lot online with random people, but that's led to me using a very short and concise style of language to try to effectively communicate myself to others in as few words as possible, because people really didn't listen and engage with you unless you were the popular people in online chat rooms, whatever the fuck that means. I was a likable person back then, but also it's kind of a joke. It's a joke of a person. Didn't take myself seriously. I didn't take my own life seriously. I didn't really evolve myself. So, yeah, it took me a while. And by the time I was learning how to communicate, everyone else was learning how to be themselves, how to create a style that suits them very effectively and efficiently. So I created my own shortcut for that. And that was acting through my actions and communicating through my actions. In high school, I would try to involve myself in as many conflicts as possible to be as helpful as possible to make myself, you know, a person you want to be around. Someone who just you can trust, you can really want around you. And it's kind of sad that the reason I did it was because I was so afraid of being alone. Now I just want to help people. That's just a part of me now. So don't think I act like the way I do now just because of my childhood, which, I mean, it's a part of it, obviously. You don't escape your youth and all of that so simply. But back then, I used to communicate by getting involved. If I wanted you to be my friend, I would play a lot of games with you. I would basically just talk and say completely random garbage. I was like one of those AIs that just hears something and goes, oh, these are words related to that. Let's say that. Let's say that. Oh, God. Still kind of do that sometimes. And I would never know how to start a conversation because I thought everything I was interested in was just as garbage as I was. And now, because of that, I struggle with introducing what I like talking about. And I struggled with interrupting people because I didn't view my conversational topics and input as valuable as theirs. But I'm doing better with that. I'm always improving. That's one thing I can say about myself. I'm always improving, always trying to bring out the best and most positive sides of myself. So yeah, go me. Fuck yeah. I'm awesome. And so is whoever is watching this. You are fantastic as well. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching this garbage I put out on the internet. I'm so sorry if I offended you in part 1. I do feel bad about that, believe me. I feel really bad about that. These videos are kind of one of my actions, how I'm trying to show and prove my sincerity by putting myself out there for the entire world to see. Yeah. So the entire world gets to hold me accountable. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? I love these situations I put myself in just to try and be more understood and try to evolve myself. Now, I'll go back to my communication here and how, like, that's been a problem for me and how it still is a problem. When you start living through your actions, and believe me, there are a lot of benefits to it as well. If you act on everything you do, then, or you act to show you mean something, instead of talking or doing something like that, you just start acting. You choose something like, oh yeah, I'm going to choose to listen to you. I'm going to choose to listen to your problems. I'm going to choose to try and mediate some kind of, like, problem that's been happening. I'm going to try and solve that. Then people know, like, hey, they seriously care. They really do want that. They want to be a part of my life, and that's awesome. But if that's the only way you can communicate and the only way you can show your sincerity by being on, like, Xbox all the time or PlayStation, I fucking knew it. I knew that was gonna fall. I'm very mad about that. I'll try the putty or whatever. I swear to God, if any more of these fall, I'm gonna cry. That's not true, but I will be disappointed. Going back to what I was saying. It's draining to live through your actions. It's incredibly draining. It's so fucking exhausting. It takes so much out of you. Gosh, when you involve yourself in everyone's problems and you're always listening and you're always driving people places and you're always showing, like, okay, I'll help with money, I'll help with all of that. It takes pieces of you that sometimes you can't get back. And you have to replace it with something else. Yeah. I've been trying to replace a lot of pieces. It works sometimes, it doesn't work other times. Yeah. But most of the time, it's not the worst. It strains me. Really does. I suppose I'll give some action or some communication about my actions. I'll tell you guys a little bit about some of them. I give out my money like candy. I don't think I regret it. I don't think that it is because I want to help. It's more, other people are more important to me. That's what I was talking about in the last video a little bit too. What I want to do more than anything else in life is help people. It's all I've ever wanted to do. It's all I put my time and effort into. I do a lot of work. I work for a charity, so obviously I like that. I actually even work at home a lot now. I do extra work because that's one of the best ways that I can contribute. But also that extra work is stressful, it's draining. I'm not resting myself. I could be doing stuff like cleaning the house or getting a new desk or figuring out how I'm going to arrange all my posters here, which I love all of these posters, by the way. They are so fantastic and lovely. I like Pokemon. I like just general art. Love it all. But it's all taking away from me. If you spend enough time with people, you start picking up their personalities. You start becoming more like them. You start losing yourself. And that's kind of part of the reason why I'm doing these videos too. I want to be myself. I don't want to be other people. I'm rubbing my hands below the desk because I'm stressed. I'm really stressed about that. It just concerns me a lot that I don't give myself the time of day that I deserve. I absolutely deserve the time of day. I deserve to be happy like everyone else. I deserve to spend time on me. I deserve to pursue my hobbies. Like this. I'm doing this. That helps too. I want to become a streamer or something. I want to become a YouTuber. I want to put time into investing. I guess like I'm YouTubing right now, but I wanted to do a gaming channel. I was really passionate about that. I thought that was gonna go places. I had old videos. I had an old YouTube channel, but I didn't think I was good enough back then. I'm good enough now. Definitely good enough now. You know, that's what I want to do. These are my actions. I can't communicate how much I wanted to be my own person. And there was a time I did not want to help other people. I really didn't want to help other people, and that hurt me. Really hurt me. It made me feel worthless. I still want to help people. I still want to follow my dreams. I still want to be me. I still want to do those things I love. And I still want to listen to my friends who are having problems, and I want to be there for them. I want to assist them when they're having financial issues. I want to do all of that. But I want to be able to pace it. I want to be able to choose when I think I'm good enough, like, mentally to help other people, which I'm doing better. I think I'm a lot more valuable than I used to be, honestly. And funny enough, I got there by overvaluing myself constantly. Like, fuck. I gave so much. So much of my time, so much of my money. Whether it was driving or helping people with homework, I gave my mind, I gave my heart, my soul. The only thing I didn't have to give was my body. And thank God I didn't have to. If someone I was close to asked for that a while ago, I think I would have said yes. That scares me. Scares me I would have given it up so easily. Because of how much I didn't like myself. Because of how much I liked other people. How much I wanted them to like me. That's horrifying. I was putting myself in a situation where I wasn't going to have anything left to give. I was going to make myself physically sick with all the bullshit I was doing. I'm worried that, I'm worried people are going to think differently of me now. Because I don't give as much of my time to them, because I try to focus on myself more, because I want my actions to mean something. I don't want them to just be something you can take for granted, like it's always going to be there. You know, that stresses me out. God, this one sucks to talk about. So, I used to give my friend Kenyon rides to MCC. I actually aligned my entire schedule at MCC with his. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. And here's why. I don't think I wanted to do the same things he did. I don't think I actually wanted to develop a certificate in game development. It shows I didn't pass my classes. I think I passed one class. I fucking failed the introductory class. How the fuck do you do that? Like, that's embarrassing. That's some real embarrassing shit right there. At the time, I wasn't ready for college. That's real fucking obvious to me now. Like, great, I wish I would have known that sooner. That would have been nice. Hindsight's 20/20, though. And, makes me sad. I think I was closer to Kenyon back then. When I, slaved myself away, we talked a lot more. We talked every single morning. We talked every single time I drove him home, obviously. And, Now that that's gone, I'm worried. You know, I'm really worried that we're never going to be able to talk like that again. And that, like, the time we spent in high school together, like, all those real late nights, like, where we really just shared our hearts and souls, and, like, I didn't have much to give back then because I was a husk of myself. I had no self-worth, and, like, that sucks. It's a little bit out of view. Because it's serious, real serious topic. Because I care about you a lot still, just because, like, I don't fucking drive you, just because I don't message you as often as I should. Just because I'm not always asking how you're doing, it doesn't mean I don't still care. You know, that goes for all my friends, all my family. I'm just really bad at it. I could practice, but what I mean by bad isn't, it's not that I can't message people or that I'm not good at it. It's like I forget about it. It's not a habit for me. And how could it be? I spent 20 years of my life not doing it. That's my whole fucking life. Well, I do a little bit better in these last 2 years. No, this last year. This last year's been a fucking life changer for me. A hugely different path than I thought I would be. So 21 years of my life, I haven't messaged people. I haven't called people. So of course, fucking course, I wish I could message you more. I wish I remembered to. I wish I remembered people more. So I could, like, really show how much I care. And I wish, like, I expressed myself better in conversations. So that I could really show off, like, hey, I have interests too. I like talking about things too. Yeah, that's me. I like talking about Star Wars. I like talking about movies. I like talking about technology and science, and gosh, I like talking about actors' performances, and I like analyzing things on a deep level and the emotional impact and how fun a scene felt, how immersed I was in the world. But I always struggle with what to say. And I'm trying. I'm really doing my best to get better at that. But I lived through actions, and I still do. When no one was going to be there for Phil to, you know, take his trip, when he wasn't going to be able to stay here, I stepped up. I stepped up to the fucking plate. I did it. I gave Phil a place to stay. That was me. Don't necessarily want to talk about it too much, but when a few of my friends were having issues with money, I was there. I made sure, like, rent was still a thing. I made sure electricity happened. I made sure my friend could go to therapy. I made sure those 3 things could happen. They were very important things, and I will stand by those things till the day I die. It was the right thing. That's still me. I still am willing to listen to those real late night calls. I'm always willing to be there. In those emergencies, you bet I'm always going to be there. But I don't want to just be my actions. I want to be able to express myself in other ways. Because if there's a day where I can't help you in the same way that I used to be able to, if I'm physically unable to go there and help you, if you move away, if I move away, my friends, my family, I don't know. I don't know if I'll stay close to you guys, and that really worries me. It scares me. It scares me to think that because of the way I am right now, I could end up pushing people away. That's horrifying. Because actions are the way I live. I think they'll be the way I die too. I think something I do one of these days, it's gonna kill me. Either it's money, or my mental health, or my physical health because of time. I'm very concerned that it's going to end up killing me. Because when things get more difficult, and they always do, I'm gonna stand my ground. And I'm gonna try to keep people afloat. Even if they have to drown me to do it. And I can't even call myself a good person either for that. I believe to be good, you have to be reluctant to do something. There has to be another choice. You could choose to do something bad. But for me, there's never been another option. And there's not ever going to be. I'm always going to help. And please, like, don't take this as a sign that you shouldn't ask me for help. Just understand, like, this is the pain it causes me. Understand what you're asking from me before you ask it. And after I've helped you, please help someone else. Like, I want there to be a net positive. It pretty much always takes less from you to help someone than it, like, there would be more negativity if you just left them there to suffer. And that's what I can't stand. I would gladly give up everything I have to change just 3 lives. Because then they can change even more. Those 3 people, they could change 3 people. Those 3 people, they could change 3 people. And if that keeps going on, the whole world's gonna change. We're all gonna be better people for it. I genuinely believe that. Like, if you help people, if you do your best to help people, even people who hate you, who fucking hate your guts, who want you dead, who want to oppress your rights, even if you're willing to help those, you have to be. You have to be willing to help everyone. Because if you're not willing to help everyone, then you are discriminating just as much as they are. You can hate me, you can despise me, you can dislike things I do. That's okay. I'm gonna be there for you. I'm not perfect. There's things I'm bad at. There's things I'm amazing at. There's things I struggle with. There's things that will never cause me any problems. Giving up my money to help others, that is something that puts a smile on my face. And I know that I really helped someone. And it would have been extremely stressful for them to have to take out a loan or something, to destroy themselves, to have to maybe take on like a part-time job that they're not ready for, that to work a second job or something, to add more to their life, add more to their plate than they're ready for. I'm ready for fucking anything. I've always been ready. I've been up to the plate for years. That's what I've been waiting for. I've been waiting for someone to ask me to live my life for them. To maybe devote myself to a business. To, I don't know. I'd love to date someone, of course. But in the meantime, I'll spread myself thin. But I'm always going to get back up. I'm going to consolidate everything I have, ball it up, and give out pieces all at a time, and reconsolidate every single time. Gosh, I sound like such a corny asshole. Like, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to keep those words. And no, I won't. But those are the words I'm gonna live by. When I fail to complete something, I'm really gonna truly think about that. I'm gonna spend a lot of time thinking about why I got it wrong, why it didn't work out, what I could have done better. Because that's me. That's me, baby. That's who I am. I desperately want that. I want my actions to prove there's fucking hope in this world, that it's not all just a shit show. That's what I want more than anything. I don't want it to be pointless. This whole journey we're going on, this whole journey we call life, whether you're an atheist or you believe in a religion, I don't care. I really don't. I want you to be happy. I'll help you. Whether you hurt people, because we all do. We all make mistakes. There's never going to be a year in your life where you don't accidentally hurt someone. Whether it's for just a second, or if they think about what you did for a week or a month, or maybe the entire year. There's always going to be something you do that, like, it hurts someone. But you can do just as much good. And that's what I believe. I believe we can make the world a better place. You, me, we're the people who do that. We change our lives. But I worry that my views, my optimism that the world can be changed, that life can be more positive, that it's not just a shit show we live in. It scares me to think that those views, those same views I am so open to professing here, those are the ones that might get me persecuted the most. The idea that there's hope. That everyone has a life worth living. And that regardless of your views, political, whether or not you're misogynistic, racist, or any of that bullshit, transphobic, that we can all somehow still get along in spite of it. in spite of whatever circumstances made you hateful, or whatever circumstances, like, made you so depressed and sad. Like, I believe we can all get along in spite of that. But those are the views that would make me the most hated by the most number of people. If I went up to a trans person or a gay person and told them to get along with someone who is bigoted towards them, and I did the same thing, like I walked up to a transphobic person or a homophobic person, thank you, brain. If I walked up to them and said, I want you to get along with a gay person or a trans person, they would be just as fucking mad at me. They would both be mad at me. They would both hate me. That makes me sad. Makes me really sad. That's why I don't express my views so often. That's why I don't express who I am as a person so often. You know, that's why I try to live my life through actions instead of words, because my words might hurt people. But you can always tell with an action. It takes a lot of effort to go through with an action. If someone needs a ride to Milwaukee, that's 3.5 hours of driving for me. I'll do it. I will fucking do it anytime, and I will be happy. And I will... Gosh. I'll do it every fucking day if you need me to. Or if you need me to be at your house and tutor you every day, I can do that too. I don't care. If you need me to, like, critique your art, or if you want me to read your book and, like, tell you what flaws I think there are, send me that shit. I'll forget if you don't send it to me, but I got some stuff on my phone that I want to read right now. Stuff Dan sent me. I'm very excited to read your stuff, Dan. I'll gladly read it. I'll gladly tell you what problems I think there are, what successes you have. And, like, I love doing that. I love trying to help other people live their own lives. To be themselves. Never at the expense of others. You can be hateful. You can be a horrible person in terms of your worldviews, in terms of all that. But you can do that without hurting people. And that's what I truly believe. I believe that life isn't about making yourself perfect or making it so that you have no, like, harmful views and opinions. I believe it's about making it so that none of your problems affect other people, none of your flaws, and that you're able to use your strengths as much as you possibly can. Maybe I'm a good leader. That doesn't mean I have to lead people towards hate. Maybe I'm a good spokesperson. Like, that doesn't mean I have to go and mislead people into doing stuff that's dangerous for them or harmful to their financial conditions. I can do very positive things in spite of what awful, like, pieces of me may exist. That's, like, meaningless if you can really truly shine at doing positive things. Just accept that what you do to improve the lives of your friends and family, that might have an impact on people you don't like, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Why wouldn't it be? You're helping people. That's all that matters. And that's what I believe. I believe it's all about helping people. That's why I live by my actions. And you know what? This video, it's helped me get, like, some new conviction to be more of myself, you know? And yeah, that's great. I love being able to talk like this to no one And you know what? If you disagree with me, go ahead, comment. Talk to me. I'll be glad to tell you I hear you, and I'll talk about it in my next video. I'll write down the comments somewhere. I'm not putting them up on screen. I don't edit. Fuck that. I'm not good at that. I'm good at talking. And that's not even true. I'm not good at much. But the things I am really good at, I want to do those. And I want to do those in a way that reaches as many people as possible. I really do despise you if you are against other people's rights and freedoms, but that doesn't mean I don't want you to be happy. I absolutely want you to be happy, no matter how much I hate you for being a piece of shit human being. For removing options that they should have, for taking away their safety and putting them in danger, and saying you don't like them just because, like, of something as silly as skin color or sexual preference or sexual orientation, or like whatever sex you want to be, whatever gender you want to be. I don't care. If you're restricting those rights for other people, you are fucking awful. But I want you to be happy. And it's okay if we don't agree on religion or gun control or drugs or any of that. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. I just want you to be happy, man. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask to say, like, let's disagree? That's okay. I just want you to be happy. It's hard for me to hate people. Even if I did, I'd want you to be happy. Like, there are people I don't like, that I really don't like, but I want them to be happy. I want to see them be happy. That's awesome. Maybe if they're happy, they can make other people happy, and like, someone they make happy might not be as awful as them, which means they can help someone who, you know, maybe you hate gay people and you're happy, and you end up like talking to your buddies and you're having a good time, and like they're having a good time, and that leads to them going and being a better person and like enjoying their lives more, and that makes it so a gay person has a good life, a better life. Like, is that so wrong? Is that so wrong to want? Is it so wrong to think that you get more out of the world by spreading positivity than you do by enforcing negativity? I don't think that's wrong. I really don't. I think most hate just originates from hate. I think there's a reason they're called hate crimes. Because they're born out of anger and malice. Whatever. These are just all the words of someone who isn't good with words. Who doesn't know how to express himself in the way that he wants to. I want you to be happy. I want to be happy too. But that's my worldview. It's okay if yours is different. It's absolutely okay. And I just want you to know that. I'm going to move on to part 3 here and talk about something that's probably going to make me cry, because I'm in a lot of pain. But we'll get to that. I'll save the crying for the next part. Bye!